What is my boy? Welcome to my humble abode, where we aim high, then persist until something happens. For heroes are really driven. Aim high, push hard, divine ingenuity. When I was a child, I used to always want to sing alto like my favorite musician, Korn, from the movie Five Heartbeats. But they called me a little heathen and told me I'll never get to sing in the church choir. Well, guess what, mama? I have my own platform, and I'm going to sing something for you now. It goes, blackberry molasses, one of the things that never change. You gotta keep pushing on, the sun don't rain all the time. There's gonna be some heartache and pain. Don't tell me how to live my life after all that we've been through. Yeah. Don't wanna hear about your hardships, 'cause I've been there myself a time or two. Still life goes on if you just keep holding on. So many things you survive once you realize there's no such place as paradise. At least in my eyes, blackberry molasses, one of the things that never change. Don't, you gotta keep pushing on. The sun don't rain all the time. There's gonna be some heartache and pain. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I told you I could sing. I sound like Luther Vandross whenever I'm in the shower. Boy, if you don't believe that I can sing, go ask your mama. Me and her took a shower last night. Yep, that's what we did. We showered together. I washed all her 2,000 body parts and the nooks and the crannies. Come on, VPN. I don't want to get on dark web to buy drugs right now. Stop reconnecting. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. My VPN keeps trying to load. Hey, I buy herbals, Chinese herbals. Who cares anyway? Okay, on today's podcast, we will be discussing once again this damn Civic Center they done brought to Washington, D.C. This Civic Center. It seems like everybody done went from drug addiction to gambling addiction. Nobody wants to invest in a high yield stock portfolio. Nobody wants to invest in a mutual fund. Nobody wants to invest in a 401k or Roth IRA. Everybody want to put it all on the line. I mean, come on, guys. Come on. So if you haven't noticed, my eyes are just brimming with tears of jubilant emotion whenever I share my childhood stories. So we're about to share my childhood stories. When I was a child, I used to watch when people get addicted to drugs. Yes, the men and women who had become ill at their core. Just a torn soul who used drugs to anesthetize their sorrows. When people attempt to destroy themselves, even if unconsciously, they have a hand grip on a knife. Make no mistake. Self-injury is a statement regarding one's own worth or its glaring lack thereof. But hey, everybody's business isn't everybody's business. So it's not up to me how much you gamble on that. But gambling is just as same as drug addiction. You have risk craving behavior. You always want to bet the high, never the low, because you always want to take home the whole load. If you lose on football Sunday, you're right back in there Monday night trying to double that thing back up. And then you have sensation seeking behavior. You just want to feel that high. You just want to feel that game. You want to feel that horse and pony win. You want to feel that football team win, that basketball team win. You don't even like the basketball team. And at the end of the day, even though we say it isn't, it boils down to money. We live in a capitalistic society and it boils down to money. Whenever I'm down by Civic Center, I hear guys in my own city talking about they're betting on a hockey team. The only hockey player people in D.C. know is Wayne Gretzky. And that's because we used to watch the cartoon when we were small. You remember Saturday morning cartoon, Wayne Gretzky, Bo Jackson, and Michael Jordan? That's as close as hockey that we've ever got. So now when I see guys betting on baseball, hockey, tennis, badminton, and lacrosse, I say, come on, guys. You guys are just prime real estate to get your money taken. So I want to tell you young guys, stay away from that Civic Center. Please. It's just not for you. Okay, guys. I want to leave you a little something about me. I want to let you all know that life is unfolding exactly as it is meant to, exactly as the Spirit intended. Leave it alone and let it play out. Me, I'm a wayfarer, a wanderer, if you will, who just so happens to be at the right place at the right time. But I want to be an actor. I'm not a puppet, but rather an open vessel, a channel through which a character flows. My portrayals are, in essence, an interpretation. Acting, for me, has always been a process that involves absorbing my character's reality, allowing him to saturate the veins and fibers of my being. The only reason why I've never taken acting seriously before is because I come from a very, very ambitious family. Yes, my family is printed on the Nigerian Naira. And when you see 5,000 Naira, that's my mama on there. So she never wanted me to ruin the family name by being an actor. But now, Mama, I'm here to tell you, I have to do what I have to do, because social transformation is not just measured in weeks or months, but in generations. Our children and their children and grandchildren may witness the conclusion of a story that began hundreds of years before they were even conceived. Mom, I don't want to be the king of Zamunda any longer. I want to live my own life. I don't want to live your life. I want to live mine. And the truth is that I insist upon respect. I don't take any tea for that fever, child. Even now, at the tender age of 28, I teach folks not to mess with me. But as we all know, jealousy is the strangest of the vices. But hey, I'm here to be inspirational. I'm here to be a vessel. And most importantly, I'm here to speak to the youth. You know, not the ones who want to keep going back and forth to prison. The ones who wake up every morning and commit themselves to learning and working as hard as they can to do their best. An unrelenting desire to want to be a weather changer, not a weather reporter. It was so many things that I went through growing up without a father, but I never let that cripple me. I never let that be a crutch to me. I always stood up on one leg until I was strong enough to grow another leg. Now I'm walking on two. I'm past the parent stage now. This is my life. It's always been my life. So now it's time to take the bull by the horns and realize that happiness is not a destiny but a choice. Love doesn't just happen. It's something you work for. You can't practice being cool or learning from others. You'll vent it for yourself. And Sigmund Freud, the psychoanalytical therapist, once said, one day in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. So to all my people out there, young men and young women alike, I know you're struggling. I know you're feeling like you're broke and it'll never get fixed again. I know you think life is horrible and everyone else has it better than you. I know you feel like life dealt you a bad hand. I know all you want to do is wake up and numb your brain and go back to sleep. You can't wait for this life to be over. Yeah, I know the feeling. But guess what? No matter where you run to or who you run away from, there you are. You're always going to have to deal with yourself. You're always going to have to reach from within. Because life's all about problems. They never go away. And the mere way or the solution to one problem is the creation of the next one. But having too many problems at once is a real BITC. We are all wired to become dissatisfied with what we have and satisfied with what we don't have. It's the American way. It's capitalism. You remember when I told you on the last podcast, comparison is the thief of joy. But in my life, I've noticed that when you witness better, you want better. But what is better? Better is not materialism. Better is peace. We're all here for a good time, not a long time. Life doesn't last as long as you think. And understanding a statement must begin with an attempt to believe it first. When I'm in a good mood, people become more intuitive and more creative. But I'm also less vigilant and more prone to logical errors. But I feel so relaxed. I'm uncomfortable when I'm unhappy, and I lose touch with my intuition. But I always remain myself. Ahmed Olatilewa Oluwatobi Badamosi. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. God bless.